Counselor.
Okay. All right.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be introducing the Innocence Project and telling you guys why they're the most effective and most deserving of our class's money. I'm going to start with the mission statement, which the Innocence Project exonerates the wrongfully convicted through DNA testing and reforms the criminal justice system to prevent further injustices. This organization was founded in 1992 by Peter Newfield and Barry Scheck at Cardozo School of Law. This organization acts as a preventative measure for criminal justice reform, as well as a stopping force for the wrongfully convicted. Later, Samir will talk about what sort of impacts they've had nationally over their 30 years of being a company, as well as Jordan and Jack are going to compare the Innocence Project to two of the other top tier criminal justice reform organizations in philanthropy today.
So the Innocence Project has 5 focuses. Their first focus is to exonerate clients. Since 1989, which is when the first exoneration in the U.S. happened, they have been responsible for more than half of all de-exonerations since then. Their second focus is to improve case law and criminal investigations to mitigate wrongful convictions and keep families together. Their third focus is to reform existing policy to adjust for conviction errors, such as misapplication of forensic science, eyewitness misidentification, unregulated jailhouse testimony, and so on. In a span of one fiscal year, July 2018 to July 2019, they have helped to pass 21 reforms across 17 states. This includes a Pennsylvania law that grants access to post-conviction DNA testing and a Nevada law that allows for compensation of exonerees. Their fourth focus is to support their clients after exoneration. They go above and beyond and help their clients hit the ground running when they leave prison. And finally, their fifth focus is to educate the general public, attorneys, and courts about the misapplication of forensic science and testimony.
There are numerous nonprofits fighting for criminal justice reform, but the Innocence Project is the best. The Innocence Project excels in working towards exonerating people and passing criminal reform legislation. In fact, the Innocence Project has exonerated 189 individuals, while the Sentencing Project has exonerated 0. The Innocence Project has also impacted over 50 criminal legalizations, while the Sentencing Project focuses solely on research. Lastly, the Innocence Project is more transparent than the Sentencing Project. Upon calling both organizations, the Innocence Project provided me with a very in-depth and informative interview, while the Sentencing Project left me on voicemail.
All right, the Innocence Project versus ARC. Although Advancing Real Change and the Innocence Project both work in criminal reform, and both represent indigent clients, the Innocence Project has many more accomplishments under its belt. In its direct casework, the Innocence Project has exonerated 189 clients, whereas ARC has only been able to achieve a reduced sentence for 44. The Innocence Project also works extensively in case reform, and has successfully passed the Innocence Protection Act, the very first death penalty reform law, as well as over 50 other reforms at the state level. Advancing Real Change, on the other hand, has only managed to successfully fund the Mitigation Initiative, a sentence mitigation education program that was made in conjunction with the Innocence Project. Overall, the Innocence Project has a legacy of success that a charity as young as Advancing Real Change simply can't compete with.
Lastly, I'm going to talk about what sort of donation we're looking for. We are requesting an unrestricted gift of the full $35,000 from our class's fund. We believe that each one of the Innocence Project programs that Samir talked about are deserving and in need of our class's money. Even though their annual expenses are a little over $1.3 million, making this donation 3% of their budget, we still believe that this money will do more than enough to help them get American citizens in need. Legal defenses become very expensive with going from state to state in different prisons because their clients aren't capable of traveling because they're in jail. And the median cost for non-death penalty cases was estimated at $740,000 last year, with death penalty cases being more than double this. On top of this, the organization has very high travel costs, with their Form 990 recording it at $636,000 for the 2019 year. So every dollar will make a huge difference in helping get innocent American citizens out of jail. Thank you.